Hello, AC Universe, and welcome to Canada Crossing. My name is Danny, and today we have a very special collab video. Lemon Squad collab. Hello, let's go. I'm super excited for this. We've decided, the Lemon Squad, we are going to do a speed build of our happy place, the place that makes us happy. And what I have chosen to do is outdoor movie theater. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's a great idea if you're looking for something to fill in a little area on your island. This is actually, I'm doing on my permanent island, so this island will always be here, and it's gonna be nice that I have this collab that's gonna remind me of my wonderful friends of the Lemon Squad, which of course are Mariquan Crossing, Ashley's Cove, Control Poke, Goldie, Kayla Games, Meg Games, Nikki Picky Plays, and of course, the one and only Silly Heather Plays. Now, while the speed build's going, I thought it would be kind of cool while you're watching this if I go through some of my favorite movies. Like, I grew up in the 90s. The 90s are my jam. So I thought I would talk about some of my favorite movies from that decade that maybe you haven't seen yet. So, without further ado, let's get started. So the first one I'm going to talk about is called Empire Records. Empire Records was released in 1995. It basically revolves around these teenagers that work in a record store, and I think it all takes place in one day, if I remember correctly, which is kind of crazy. But it's just their lives and being a teenager in the 90s and everything that was going on, and their relationships with each other, and it's one of those movies that was not super successful when it came out, but became a cult classic. And like teenagers, like when I was like young, this was like the best movie, and we were all super excited. We would watch it, you know, at friends' house and whatnot. So I definitely recommend it. If you've never seen it, Empire Records, go check it out. The next one I want to talk about is called Go. Go was actually at the end of the 90s, 1999, and it's kind of a comedy but drama film. It is basically, it's split into three parts, and each part takes place during the same time period but follows a different character through that time period. And it just kind of sees how each of their days went. Like, it takes place on New Year's Eve, and I don't know, it's really cool. It's one of my favorite movies actually of all time, and it's kind of random. It stars like Katie Holmes and Sarah Polly Scott Wolf. Taye Diggs is in it. Timothy Olyphant, really young Timothy Olyphant. It's a crazy ride. I highly recommend it if you've never seen it. Go check it out. The next one we're going to talk about is Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion. Probably more of you maybe know this one. It was from 1997, and it's with Lisa Kudrow and Mira Sorvino. Hilarious movie. These girls have to go back to their high school reunion, 10-year high school reunion. At first they're really excited about it, and then they kind of realize that maybe their life isn't so exciting, so they try to make up all these stories, and it's just a crazy ride. It's so funny. Lots of a crazy dance number that I'll never forget as long as I live because it's so random, but highly recommend this movie, Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion. Check it out. The next one I want to talk about is called Sleepers. So this is more on the serious spectrum. So this is it's kind of a legal crime drama film from 1996. It has a great cast like Kevin Bacon, Jason Patric, Brad Pitt, Robert De Niro, Dustin Hoffman, Minnie Driver. Like, it's a crazy good cast, and it's about these young boys. Something, I'm not going to go into it because I really want you guys to watch this one if you haven't seen it. Something tragic happens, and it kind of shows how they grew up and what happened to them because of this kind of these horrible things that happened to them as children. And it's very interesting. The second half is like them as like being older and like the court case because there's things go on. But anyways, honestly, go check out Sleepers. You're not going to regret it. And lastly, number 5 is Serial Mom. I mean, it's right in the title. We have this housewife, and she becomes a serial killer. I mean, it's crazy. This one is a crazy movie. It is so funny. I think it's so underrated. It's kind of like, this is another one that's like a cult classic, I think. It was never a big success anywhere, but it has become a cult classic because it's so crazy, camp, funny. I think it's from 1994. It's Kathleen Turner, and it's really good. Trust me on this one. It's crazy. If you're in kind of a weird kind of mood, this is what you should go watch. It's Serial Mom. Anyways, those are kind of the 5 movies that I wanted to. There's so many good ones, but I just wanted to kind of touch on 5 movies from the 90s that I love, and I think that probably don't get enough love, and I definitely think you should check them out. But tell me in the comments, first of all, have you seen any of those movies? I'll be shocked. If anybody's like, oh yeah, like, Serial Mom's one of my favorite movies, I'd be shocked. But anyways, let me know in the comments if you've seen any of these movies. And also, what are some of your favorite movies? Like, are you more like, you know, like when you were a teenager, like those are the movies that you're still your favorites? Or like the cartoons when you were a kid, like those are still the ones that hold true? Like, I have a lot of the Disney movies, of course, like, you know, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King are still like some of the greatest movies ever. But I wanted to kind of branch out and try to share movies that maybe you hadn't heard of. But let me know in the comments what yours are. What are your favorite movies? Alright, so the speed build is complete. Let's go see what we did. Move to night just to get a better view, because of course you'd be watching the movie in the dark. It's the best way to watch a movie. So we just have the path leading in. Again, this is a great way to utilize a tiny space you don't know what to do with, and you're kind of thinking of something different to do. Have a nice little outdoor movie theater. We have, you know, tickets fallen, food, of course. You need some popcorn if you're gonna watch a movie. Plenty of seating, you know, if you want a chair, if you want to just sit on the picnic blanket. And then, of course, the actual movie. It looks like we're watching The News, which is a great movie. And then we have the speakers, of course. And the bubble machines add so much to it. See, Sasha's coming over, and it's going to start the generator. Okay, that's great. I mean, we need power for the movie. Anyways, and then I just kind of finished off the path, going to who knows what will come next on this island. But that's going to be it for today. Don't forget to check out everybody else's videos. They'll be listed in the description below. I can't wait to see what they came up with. And I can't wait to see their happy place. But like always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.